I do kind of wonder why I do this to myself. Why stream at all? I've been told I'm too intense or have passion about things. That's not a bad thing. Like I don't get the appeal of angry person on the internet yells about video games. If I just wanted an audience, I'd play Minecraft. Just I don't see the appeal of Minecraft alone either. There is this entire aspect of curate your audience. Stream only what you want to live. The people who want you to stream that will come join. But if you stream stuff you hate doing, you might be eaten by a group. People will keep expecting you to stream it, even at the detriment of your mental health. That way I'm always a bit wary about FP streamers. It seems they frequently get baited into doing toxic things. Like even thinking about the streamers I do watch. I mostly know that when they are getting angry at the game. Because usually at that point, the viewers are egging on the streamer when they clearly aren't enjoying it. Which is also why I don't have sound alerts. I have this thing called bluff. It has 3 sounds in it. Likewise the emotus. There is an X and an A. Both of these were set up for 2 reasons. Number 1. For doing quiz and trivia. So if you really want to press on me for getting something right or wrong, that's fine. What I don't want, however, is people spamming a sound alert just because it distracts me. There is also the copyright infringement problem with sound alerts. For the most part, you can fair use your way out of it. But because it becomes a permanent part of the stream if the rights owner wants you to stop using, if you're going to end up deleting a lot of your content. The 3 sounds I have on Blub come from a public domain source. Or more like, they come from a free to use commercially. I'd love to have the Titanic fail sound. But that sound actually a problem because it's a cover of a popular song. And when it comes to license issues, most copyright owners object to their content being mashed up. So like if I had Titanic flute being played on the stream every time I failed a fight, I'd have to edit out of the VOD. Because at that point it's no longer an incidental sound. People who are not lawyers usually just tell me, oh, don't worry about it, nobody cares. And I'm inclined to agree. But that's not how lawyers see it. Pretty much if you use a sound clip more than once per stream, that's no longer fair use at all. And then you have Japanese businesses like Square Enix, which clearly outline what you can or cannot do with their games. And the biggest offender is no remixing or extracting the musical parts of the game. Now I did prove on a previous stream that Square Enix also doesn't follow their own guidelines. But that doesn't mean just because one person got away with it, you also should get away with it. Because the thing people fail to understand, terms of use and user license agreements are not written in stone. They are only enforced when there is a complaint. And they can go, look, you didn't follow the rules, so you get the ban hammer. Take, for example, those Twitch streamers who were watching Inime on their channel. They should know better. Yet clearly they thought the rules didn't apply to them. Like here's the thing about streaming someone else's content. This includes video games. You have no actual right to do it. You're only allowed just so long as the copyright holder has a written guideline about it. Holola, for example, allows a lot of permissive use. Square Enix allows a lot of permissive use. But then there's Nintendo, who has some of the most militant anti-fair use stances. Next to Warner in the US. Like, have you ever heard of one doujin artist getting sued? No, it happens so rarely that it doesn't make headlines. Because doujin artists are how people enter the art business. It's like getting mad over someone making fan art. No matter what the fan art is. You should never attack your fans for producing it. And I think that is where American and Japanese butt heads a lot. There is no fair use for having taken the entire thing. But you might ask, well, aren't you taking the entire thing when you play a video game on stream? Yes. Yes, you are. But if you notice, the game does not play itself. I'm also commenting on it. So a fair use argument could be made. since in order to actually comment on the game, you have to play it. What kind of content could you make that doesn't involve someone else's content? Well, not much that for sure.
Ah,
At
thank
least
you,
not as
thank
one
you. So,
person.
welcome to
Oh.
Get Good
Why,
Class. You're
did you
here
see
because
the
you're
Twitch
bad.
TV2 thing that Takahata and
Whoa,
friends
whoa,
did?
You just
That was
absolutely
all
suck. You
kind of
have
improvised.
absolutely no life skills. You
But
have
it
no
also
purpose,
involved
no
no
meaning to
less
your
than
life,
6
and you
people,
cannot grasp its
which is
success.
how
I'm
like
here to teach
wrestling
you
or
how to be
stage play would be
successful today.
produced. Then you have talk
Oh.
shows.
Oh my god, we
The
have
problem with talk
a very
shows
sexy guest today.
is that they can't operate in a vacuum.
Who?
So you either need a guest,
You!
or you need to comment on the news
It's the
headlines,
saddest video on
thus
the
making the
internet.
show
As
stale
today we
after
check
a
in
few
with
days.
VShojo's Iron Mouse.
Look when I watch The Late Show, some show like that. I don't watch it for the news. I watch it for the comedian's take on the news. But I usually tune it back out when it gets to the guest if I don't care about the guest. And that's the risk you take with a talk show.